Hello, everyone. My name is Kimatina. I am a Google Certified Trainer, and I am going to bring you another episode of the Sweet Talk. So, on this day, January 21st, 2018, it is NFC Championship game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. So, today I am supporting my team. I hope they win today. So I'm doing this show to keep my mind occupied because I am going to be going full force into the game mode. So I wanted to bring some tips and tricks for you on the OrangeSlice Teacher Rubric Google Doc add-on. This add-on can be used to provide feedback for students using a rubric. So I'm going to show you a few tricks about it, and I hope that you get to use it in your classroom with your students. So I am going to share my screen. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to create a rubric. So here is my sample rubric. It's in Google Docs, and I have my rubrics, my rubric categories here on the left side. Create a Google document, rename a Google Doc, insert an image, assign sharing permissions to a Google Doc, and format text on a Google Doc. And then I have my score in numbers here, 4 being the best and 1 being the least. So I create my my rubric in my Google Doc using tables, and then I format the cells accordingly with bold text here on the rubric categories and on the numbering. And I also formatted it with fill text or the fill bucket. So the one thing that you have to do is always when you're using OrangeSlice Teacher Rubric is this first cell here in your table has to say rubric categories. That's a requirement of the add-on. So you have to always make sure you have a cell in the first column, first row, called rubric categories. And after you do that, you're ready to get the add-on. So I go up to the add-ons menu, and I can actually select Get Add-ons, and I will install this OrangeSlice. All right, and here I have it already installed, but you would click Free and you would install it. And I'm not sure why it's not showing up here. Okay, here it is. So once it's installed, it will show up in your add-ons menu. Now what you have to do is you have to open up the student document that you're going to grade. So here is my student document, and this is a practice document that I have some students do to test their knowledge on inserting an image, inserting the link, renaming the document, set sharing permissions to the document, and formatting text. So what you have to do is you have to copy the rubric. So you would highlight the whole rubric and you would do a Control-C, or you can right click and you would do copy. And what I do is I paste the rubric at the bottom of the student document. I don't know what this is here. I'm going to delete this. So I paste the rubric at the end of the student's work. So you would do Control-V, or you can do right click and then paste. And your rubric will be inserted into the Google Doc for the student's assignment. At this point, you click on add-ons and you start the OrangeSlice Teacher Rubric add-on. So I click Score Rubrics. Now it says score for me because I have this already set up. But initially, you need to go in and it's going to start the add-on. So you're going to have to go in and you're going to have to initialize all of these settings. So the rubric type, it gives you 3 options: analysis, competency, and holistic. I always select analysis. That's going to give you a percentage grade for your students. Holistic is more of an average grade according to the class. The assignment points come from the amount of categories that you have times the total points that you have. So I have 20 points as a total. So if you remember here on my rubric, I have the most points that the student can score is 4 for each category. And I have 5 categories. So 5 times 4 is 20. So that's how I get the total points there. The performance points is simply the points that you're going to grade. So my rubric goes from 1 through 4, and that's what this shows here. And now I can go in and select the grades. So when I go in, I can check the student's work. All right, create a Google Doc. Does this student have a lot of experience, some experience, very little experience, or unable to create the document? So I'm going to select 4. And what I can also do is check off the feedback checkbox, which will allow me to give personalized feedback on that category. So I can put great job here. Renaming a document, I'm going to put a 3. And I can say you did not follow proper guidelines to renaming your document. Okay, insert in an image. Okay, the image is right here. So I'm going to give the student a 4. And I can give feedback. I don't have to give feedback, but I'm just showing you that I can provide feedback for each category. Assign share and permissions. I'm going to give it a 3. And formatting text on the Google Doc, as you can see, it's formatted. So I'm going to select that. All right, summary. I can give an overall summary of feedback on the assignment. Overall, you did a great job. Okay, I can also do grade adjustments. All right, I can give students extra credit. If I want to penalize the student for being late or plagiarizing, I can also select all that. Once that's done, I click Process Grade. And now it's going to grade the assignment and provide feedback. So what you can see up here, up at the top, is the first thing is that it renames the document. So out of 20 points, the student scored 18 and got a 90%. So that's how you can tell right away that the OrangeSlice Teacher Rubric has completed its procedures in the document, is that it renamed it. And you can also see that in Google Drive. So if I go to Google Drive, you can see really quick in my folders, anything that has this type of name and format is graded with the OrangeSlice Teacher Rubric add-on. Another thing that you're going to see here is an overall summary of the feedback options. So it tells you here the date, the points, and the percentage grade that the student earned. It gives you a breakdown of all the feedback for each category. Possible points is 20. And then the best part is at the bottom, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit enter to put it on one page. And here, let me close this. You can see here that it highlighted the categories of the grades that I gave for the student. So the student can actually see the rubric, get the feedback up at the top, and see their grade using this, this add-on. This add-on is pretty simple, in my opinion. There's more add-ons out there that provide feedback for rubrics, but I think this one is simple compared to a lot of the other ones, and I would highly recommend using it. I use this add-on when I have to grade my students for their SGO. I'm back. So I would definitely recommend using OrangeSlice Teacher Rubric add-on. Remember, it's a Google Doc add-on that is free. You install it in your Google Doc, and you only install it one time, and you're done. If you don't want it anymore, you can certainly manage the add-on and remove it. But give it a try and try it. It's actually a really it's a simple add-on that provides a lot of information and feedback for the students, and you can use it over and over again. And you can also modify it for different aspects, like I was saying before, with late penalties or extra credit. And that's it. Basically, I just wanted to give you a tool that you can use with your students to provide feedback. What I'm going to do is I'm going to the next show, I'm going to add some more tools that you can use to provide feedback to students. So if you have any questions about how to use OrangeSlice Teacher Rubric, feel free to email me at matinakim@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to help you out. Alrighty, I hope you found this episode helpful, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.